This is my video on why they want to imprison you in your dreams, why they basically want to trap you in your dreams. And this goes back into when God took me to another dimension and showed me a dimension where people don't believe in God, basically, or they have no knowledge of God. This is just emphasizing off of the part where where I talked about how they have a machine where they want to drill into your brain and trap you and put you in a cryogenic chamber or whatever the case is. That's actually real. And on this world, or whatever you want to call it, that's real completely. And they actually do want to do that. So I'm going to make this short because I don't want this stuff to be like 30 minutes. That's actually a real thing that they want to do here in real time. There's an article about, like, if you watch the movie The Matrix, they talk about how they want to basically program you into and put you in a virtual world. There's a movie that came out called Ready Player One, and it's the future. Looks like some sort of, looks like a trashy utopia. And basically everybody is obsessed with virtual reality. Basically, take that concept and put it into real life, mention the term, you will own nothing and be happy. How can someone tell you that you'll own nothing and be happy if you exclude these people, how they want to put the devil's trademark in you and how they want to shoot you up with shots? You have to, there are far things worse than death, such as being trapped in a virtual world. And in that dimension, how they can basically drill into your subconscious, that gets into stuff like MK Ultra. In MK Ultra, they basically, or if you look at the movie or you refer to the movie Stranger Things in the first season, these people basically were able to tap into this person's subconscious, and they were able to program the subconscious. And through the subconscious, they were able to bring in, well, the book, actually, or hearing stories, they were able to bring demons from the other side into this world. And if you don't know this, your dreams are how you basically can connect to God, or how you basically connect to the spirit world, basically, whether it be the God, the devil, or whatever the case may be. That's actually a real thing. That's not some new age term. This is actually a thing. The reason why God or the devil are able to speak to people is because when you go to sleep, it's the state of where you're most vulnerable and you're accepting towards everything. This is seen throughout multiple studies. This is seen through the occult. This is seen through fiction. This is seen through government projects. This is actually a real thing. And the reason why they want to trap you in your dreams is because I don't fully know the whole entire reason for that, but I can sit here and tell you that that is one of the most dangerous things alive. This also gets into how in the future, or when a shift change or whatever these people have planned, is that the people that don't obey the Antichrist, which is Obama, they'll reprogram you. They'll take you to a facility. It's called, what is it called? It's called a Reeducation Center. And basically they can just strap you into something and they can just fill your head up with propaganda. Hence why I mentioned before, why with your phone, why, I forgot what I said, but basically how advertisers or corporations basically want to air propaganda while your phone is off, or without your permission, they want to air propaganda while you're sleeping. So you can basically, absorb what they're telling you. This gets into marketing and a bunch of other stuff. And basically they can program how you think while you're sleeping, because if they can't touch you physically, they can reprogram you through your subconscious with whatever they want you to know. So that, what else is there? And also, there are things that are far worse than death. And literally being trapped literally in your dreams and being stuck in a virtual world plugged up to a machine is one of them. Now, how they do all this stuff, I have no idea. But I want to emphasize off of that And I also want to emphasize on that here on this world, they actually, I think it's in China or Japan, they actually have machines where basically they can just sit you down. They were doing it for projects or research purposes. And they basically have a machine where they can sit you down and you can fall asleep, and they have all these backup computers, more than hundreds of computers that they can see into what you're dreaming. So they basically can see into your brain while you're sleeping, whether it be the conscious mind or the subconscious mind. And that's a very dangerous thing. And imagine now them actually drilling into your head or them chipping you. Funny how that goes with Elon Musk of what he wants to do with people. And see how that, obviously you can see how that works. And then there's also stuff like, this is also a concept that has already been done before. They already talked about it, even though they had legal problems with this, is the Assassin's Creed franchise. The whole franchise, the whole point of the game, even though it exposes like all this Illuminati stuff and like their plans and people that were involved and all this other stuff, the first original 3 or 4 games, it had a guy named Desmond Miles, and the whole point of him being a subject, because he ended up dying by the 3rd or 4th game, was it was important for him is because that if you're in the animus, which is what they call the machine in the game, if you're in the animus too long, you can start to become delusional. You can actually, it comes to the point to where you can no longer tell the difference between reality and when you're dreaming, and to the point where you go crazy. And to also emphasize off of this of why they want to trap you in your dreams, or however they may do these things, they what else? They also believe, this is also a factual thing, also why they want your DNA. Your DNA, the science and other things confirm this, your DNA is connected to your ancestors. And by them basically trapping you in some cryogenic chamber or drilling into your skull or whatever the case is, or trapping you in virtual reality, you basically, I wouldn't say you're in tune with your ancestors. That's a stretch. But basically, they're able to connect you with your ancestors, and you're stuck. So imagine there's a movie called, I forgot the actor's name. I think it was, I'm not going to even butcher that guy's name. But there's a movie called Groundhog Day, and there's another movie called Happy Death Day. They had 2 movies, Happy Death Day 1 and 2. And basically, imagine how they talk about repeating the same day over and over again in movies like The Matrix and The Animatrix. Imagine that happening to you, and you're stuck. You're stuck living the same day. And whatever world they trap you in, which that's a long story, because they can do that stuff through magic and rituals and stuff, but that's a whole nother topic for another day. That's complex. But with technology, they can basically trap you, feed you to the machine, or feed you to the machine, and you're stuck repeating the same life you lived over and over again. And even when you wake up, it'll be too late, because you'll already probably be dead, or it's too late. And they also talked about this in some of the newer, they had it in some of the newer Alien movies, the Alien franchise, and how basically the people are, they fall asleep for a certain amount of years, and then they come out the tube and they're active. And I think Jennifer Lawrence, she did a movie with a guy that played Star-Lord. They were on a ship. I never watched it. They were on a ship together, and everybody is asleep, and they're the only 2 people that are awake, and stuff like that. And so, and there's also these people are sick. So, and there's also a thing that they want to do is that they not only want to kill 99% of the population, but the population that isn't killed off, which they want it to be. I actually found this out, which actually is new information. They actually want the remaining population to only be Asian people, because Asian people are the most obedient and the most obedient people out of all races on the planet. And that's not them being racist. That's not them or being picky. But they're the most obedient race to ever exist on this planet, is because they don't fight back. They're more loyal, and they are more susceptible to propaganda and everyday life. And over in China, is that you can actually, if you study the cultures of not just Asian culture and not just Asian history, but the culture over in Japan and China, that's actually a real thing. And these people are susceptible to not expressing their sexuality. They're more susceptible. They're more obedient towards. I'm not going to say susceptible, but they're more obedient to laws, bills, legislations being passed. Even in North Korea. Even in North Korea, from Kim Jong-un to Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un to Mao Zedong, people are more obedient towards whatever you tell them. And they won't fight back. There's no resistance. They're just obedient servants. They're slaves. And they don't think for themselves. And it's deep. And whereas black people, Hispanics, Latinos, and white people, all throughout history, if you study history or if you just pay attention to simple stuff, they're more prone to retaliations, revolutions, and thinking for themselves, and they're not down for slavery. So I wanted to come on here and mention that, because God has also been telling me to emphasize on a lot of stuff that I don't talk about. So that, and I can only imagine, like, the horror stories, I don't know, of this stuff and other worlds or dimensions and whatnot. But this is just stuff that God has shown me that I want to emphasize on, such as like the Giants, Bob Saget being a demon, and this, and I have other stuff that I want to talk about. So, yeah, that, and I'm done. And I have to make one more video, I think, and I'm done. So, I hope you guys have a blessed day. You actually get something out of this. And go to God for a lot of this stuff. Research this stuff. Pray about this stuff, because I would never post this stuff and lie. There's a lot that's going on, both in the spirit world and other dimensions. Was going to make another video for this stuff, but the world's literally already ending, or on the verge of ending, in different worlds. And they know this. So, which is why Satan's time is real short. So, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a blessed day. And yeah.